Hi everyone. Uh, in the last video, I have told you how to make comments in Maxima, how to use system variables, and an alternative way to define functions. Today, I'm going to show you how to deal with lists. Lists are very interesting because they can help us to solve many problems, and they are very important to create alpha GIFs because GIF image they are actually a list of figures that are shown in very short time. So uh, we see this as an animation. Actually, movies are also made like this. So it's a list of figures that are shown in a very short time interval. So we have Maxima open here. And in order to create a list, we need to put the elements of the list inside square brackets. So I will define a list with 5 elements with these elements, and then my list is defined. So there are many tools to deal with lists in Maxima. The first I would like to show you is how to count the number of elements that a list has. So this is made with the command length. So length shows us the number of the elements the list has. We can also make some operations with the list. For example, apply. It applies a operation in the list. For example, if I want to sum the elements of the list, I can type this. We can also multiply the elements of the list by running this. We can also map a function in the elements of the list. For example, I can do this. Remember that Maxima does not approximate these for numbers. If I want to do so, I can use float, and as we have seen in the last video, I can use the system variable. That's the percent sign that refers to the last output. We can also select specific elements of the list. For example, the first element, the last element. But I can also select elements that are in the specific order. For example, if I want to select the second element of the list, then I have to type this. If I want to select the third, then I do this. So this is very interesting because we can select specific elements of the list, but we can also redefine some elements. So let me show you how the list is. And then, for example, I want to change the third element for another number, let's say 0. Then I can make this. Now the list has changed. So this is an interesting way to show specific elements or to change specific elements. Another thing that we can do is to add elements to the list. If I want to add an element to the list, to the beginning of the list, then I can use this command. For example, this. Then I added the minus minus 4 to the beginning of the list. Note that the list does not change when I do this. If I want to change the list according to this output, then I can make this. Now the list has changed. We can also add elements to the end of the list. In this case, I have this command. Now 0 has been added to the end of the list. We can also make operations with different lists. So let's define list A like this, and the list B like this. We can do this. This, for example, could be done to make the operations between vectors. So if I want to add the lists, I can make this. I can also make the scalar product between the lists and the results. This scalar product, just be careful, because this is not, I have not typed asterisk. In this case, I have to type the dot of the keyboard. If I type asterisk, Maxima does not make the scalar product. Instead, it makes the product between the elements of the list and generates another list. We can also use the scalar product, for example, to compute the absolute value of the list, or the vector in this case. We can also append a list to another list. So this is the result. If we change the order of the lists, the result changes. So we have to be careful when use this command. We can also join lists. In this case, Maxima joins the lists, interchanging the elements in the resulting list. A command that it's going to be very useful when we make our animations is the command makelist. This command generates lists automatically if you give an expression, a variable, and the values this variable should have. For example, if I want to make a simple count from 1 to 10, I could make this. Then Maxima returns me automatically the list between 1 and 10. So this first entry is the expression. The second entry is going to be the variable. The third is the initial value. The fourth is the ending, the final value. And we can also have a fifth entry, but it is going to give us the way in which the variable changes. But if the variable is going to change by 1, then this fifth entry is not necessary. So let's make another list. For example, I want the square of the numbers between 1 and 10. Then I can make this. One interesting thing that we can generate with makelist is an arithmetic progression. So let's say that the first number is 1. The common difference between the numbers is 3/2. Then we can make the arithmetic progression like this. The expression for the terms is this. So the variable is this, and the first value is, let's say, it's 1. And let's say that this progression has 15 terms. Then the result is this. Now I can apply some commands that we have seen previously. For example, if I want to sum the arithmetic progression, I can do this. Then this is the sum of the terms. If I want to find what is the 10th term of the arithmetic progression, then I find this. I have to make this. And finally, we can also make ordered pairs with makelist. For example, let's say that we have the function x squared, and we want to make a list of ordered pairs of this function from x going from 0 to 1, but the step now is not going to be 1, but is going to be 1 over 10. Then we can make this. So makelist then is very interesting to generate lists from an expression. This, of course, we can generate an image, a list of images with this. And then what we are going to do with Maxima is getting this list of images and tell Maxima to synthesize this list in a GIF. And this is going to be made with the draw package that we are going to see in the future. So I hope you liked this subject. If you think this project is interesting, please press the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.